So in order to get into the menu system on the Daywa reader, you simply press and hold the screen until you're presented with these options. Then you select Admin and you type in the password that you originally set when you first powered up and configured the device. Once you've entered the password, you simply press the tick in the top right hand corner. And then you're presented with these options. You then go to Connection, Network, IP address. Make sure DHCP is turned off, thus allows you to set a static IP address and associated subnet mask. Once you've set the settings, press the tick in the top right hand corner to apply those settings. I've already done this, so I'll simply go back. And back one more time. The next option will be Wiggend. Make sure you select Wiggend Output. Make sure the type is Wiggend26 and that the output data type is card number. You can leave the pulse width and the interleave as standard. With the Hikvision reader, you push and hold the screen, then you swipe either left or right to get to the password prompt. When you first power the device up, you'll be asked to set this password. You then enter the password and then press OK. You're then taken into the menu system. You then go to COM, Wired Network, ensure DHCP is turned off, and then you can set IP addresses, subnet mask. The next option would be Wiggend. Make sure Wiggend is enabled. Make sure the direction is set to output and that the mode is Wiggend26. There are other options and settings within the menu, but that's the basics that are required to work with BioLink and Net2. With the Suprema reader, the first time that you power the device up, you simply tap the 4 little squares in the top left hand corner of the screen to access the menu. Because there are no enrolled users, you do not need any password or any PIN, you're straight in. Once you've set a static IP address and then you give that to the BioLink software, BioLink will configure the rest of the device, including all the Wiggend settings, and it will set an administrator account with a random, unique 8-digit PIN number. To get into the menu after the transaction has taken place, you tap the 4 little squares in the top left hand corner, you tap the person icon, you type user ID number 1, which is the admin account, and press OK. You then type in the 8-digit PIN number that was assigned, and press tick. You're now into the menu system, and we would go over to Settings, Network, Ethernet. We'd make sure that DHCP is turned off, and then we can set a static IP address and give it a subnet mask, optionally the gateway and DNS, and then tapping OK to confirm those settings. We also want to make sure that the network server is set as server to device, meaning the BioLink will be the server and it will talk to the device as opposed to the device trying to talk to the PC that holds the software. That's the only settings that you need to do within the Suprema device, as BioLink will set up everything else for you. Once you've set up all of your devices with their static IP addresses, then you come to the BioLink software to add those IP addresses within the settings. The first time that the software is run, by default it will prompt you to add these because none exist, but should you wish to add new IP addresses after the fact, you can right click the BioLink icon and click Settings. This would open then a new window where it's pretty self-explanatory. You just click Add Device, select the type of device that you want to add, and then you just type in the IP address that you've set and the password that you set for the admin account. The port and the username are pre-filled. You can change it to whatever you want, but the default port for each device is preset. It just saves you time having to try to figure out what they are. So by default, that's the Daywa one, Hikvision, and Suprema. With regards to Daywa and Hikvision, when you first set the device up, it will ask you to set an admin password. This is the password you would type in here in order for the BioLink software to connect to those devices. Supreme will work slightly different, whereas you are connecting under user ID 1 as shown previously, and this will generate a unique random PIN number for every installation. You can just click the show button to showcase what it is. It is unique and it's different for every single site, for every single installation. So it's that simple. The first time that you add an IP address for any device, the sync all users is automatically checked, meaning once you've added the device and you click OK, then it will synchronize all users within the Net2 database directly to all devices that you've added, or all new devices that you've added. Should you want to resynchronize templates just to a specific device that's already been added, you can just select and click edit, or just double click the tick box, click OK, and it will resynchronize all templates just to that one device. Should you wish to synchronize all templates to all devices, all you need to do there is right click the icon and select sync all users will automatically rebuild the template cache and push all users to all devices. Sync date and time does exactly what it says, but by default the date and time is automatically synchronized every hour. With regards to Dewa and Hikvision, you do need to set the IP address, make sure it's static, and then just make sure that Wigand is set to output and it is enabled and it is set to 26-bit. With Suprema, all you need to do is set the IP address, make sure it's static, and Wigand settings and all that are automatically set when you add the IP address of those devices. Okay guys, thanks for watching.